Thanks.
Okay. So we are the team energy in buildings, and our project this semester is named as Enhancing Data-Driven Urban Building Energy Model with Multi-Dimensional Data Resources. So basically, the so-called urban building energy model is a kind of model that can help you understand the energy consumption for the whole city. And in this semester, we are interested to find out some real data in the real world, which can enhance the accuracy of such a model. So obviously, we need to build a very comprehensive data set for this research. So basically, we divide our team into two directions. One team for the microclimate data collection and another for the building material data collection. And here is more context for this research. So our research area, case study area, is a small town named Ithaca in upstate New York. And our objective is it is around 6,398 buildings in this region. And our research goal is to find out what kind of factors in the real world can influence the building energy consumption in this area, and even more analysis about how the factors can influence with each other. And we will focus on the exploration of the future importance of the model. So basically, this research should be divided into two steps. The first step is the data collection, and then we do the analysis on the data set. I would say so far, by the end of this semester, we have already completed the data collection work, and today our presentation will focus on how we collect the data. This page is about the shows the overall pipeline for our data collection workflow. So basically, in this page is kind of how we build a so-called traditional urban model, step by step. You can see from here, from start, we firstly have some basic footprint and a building height, and it names as a level of detail one model of building geometry. Then we add more information to this model, like building type, and even some information about the resident profile, like what kind of people live in the building. We named it as building geometry and non-geometry data for the urban model. However, what's new in this semester is that except from the traditional attribution for the building, we add some more information to the building, like microclimate information from the satellite image layers and shading information from calculate from the sky view factor, and even some envelope information calculate from the building facade data. So the overall idea is that such workflow will finally combine at something like this, like on the right hand side column, the building geometry model will become more and more detailed with more information added to the geometry, like becoming more and more colorful and more close to what it looks like in the real world, step by step. So this is basically about how we collect data. And I think in this page, maybe Nishang can, maybe in this page, Nishang can say something about how we calculate.
So this is basically just a data pipeline of how the conditions surrounding the building was collected. So I coded this in Python to using the three different data sets that we were given, the eco-stress, and I also used the OpenStreetMap API. So as you can see on the left side, the OpenStreetMap API gives us like an outline of the building surrounding it, and then it then forms like a convex hull boundary around that specific building to collect the surrounding conditions just as a boundary. And then it adds a buffer region around that building for which is 100 meters around the convex hull boundary, and then it adds the satellite image layer. So this is kind of how the data pipeline, like the collection, was done, and how uh, the surrounding conditions of the buildings were calculated. And you can also find the environmental conditions around each specific building using this data pipeline. And it also helps us determine like energy demand and human comfort.
Okay, thank you, Nisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this page shows how I calculate the so-called sky view factor for each building. So firstly, you need a so-called digital elevation model for the case study region. You can download it from kind of satellite image resource. And then next step, you need to combine the elevation model with building geometry. Typically, the geometry need to be a shapefile. You combine these two models into one model named the digital surface model, and then you can calculate the sky view factor based on such digital surface model. You can see in this page, like for each pixel, the algorithm will calculate a value for each pixel, like ranging from 0 to 1, and then you input this image into this workflow again, so that you can have value for each building about the sky view factor. Here are some more interpretation about our microclimate data results. So the big idea here is that the richness and the variation of the data is mainly depend on the image resolution. So take the NDVI image as a result as an example. So the resolution here is around 17 meter. It's a very good resolution. So we can have 6398 value for all of our buildings, which is a very ideal state. Let's say we have let's say each building have a unique value, and this is a very good thing for model training. However, the resolution can be different from between different resources. Like in this case, for the nighttime radiance with a 500 resolution, we only have around like 4,000 value for our buildings. But I would say it's still acceptable. But you can find sometimes it become worse. Like for this one, this is the resource named RTMA, which we used to collect wind speed and temperature information with around 2,500 meter resolution. We only have like 1,000 unique value for our buildings, which means in average 6 buildings share one same value, which is not a kind of bad result, but anyway, at least we have that value for all of this building. So I think next step, another interesting research topic should be how to produce a high resolution microclimate map for the urban energy analysis, something like that. And just like what I mentioned, at least we have currently we have value for all of these buildings in Osaka region. Like we use the building ID as a key, and we calculate all of this parameter for the building. I would say that's all about the microclimate data, and for the rest of time, each hour will introduce how we collect the building facade data. Each hour, could you say something?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kang. So on this slide, I will explain how we achieve the pipeline for extracting the window to wall ratio and the material information such as albedo data from the street view images. Like first we start with identify the building from the with the building ID from the GeoJSON file, and after that we use the Google Map API to download the street views of the selected buildings, and then we can use the semantic segmentation model to classify and extract the regions of the specific elements such as walls, windows, and the other like elements of facade. And then after we get these regions, we can directly calculate the ratio of them, and also we can calculate the albedo. Can you go to next slide, please? Yeah, so the first step of our pipeline is downloading is collecting the Google Street View images for the buildings. Since the buildings since we don't know like which view is the best view of the building, so for each building we can set like multiple cameras from different angles, and then we for each building we'll download like multiple photos and then select the best one from the multiple photos from multiple cameras, and then we can use the best facade view to do the test. Currently, we have already using one single building data to validate the pipeline of the Google Map API and all the other calculation parts. Can you go to next slide? Arian, do you want to introduce this one? No. Okay. Then let me.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can do it. So next we're required to find the window to wall ratio, and we use the open source segformer program provided to us by Dr. Kastner. And as you can see, what the program is essentially doing is it's first taking the pixels of both the wall and the windows, and then it's calculating the areas of these, and then you obtain the window to wall ratio by dividing these two numbers. And we implemented the same program in Python, and we were able to find the window to wall ratio for different buildings. This.
Next slide.
Next slide.
And for the albedo part, so we first need to extract the RGB from the picture and then convert it to the brightness, and then convert it to our own albedo, and then compare with the standard albedo that we found online. So what I did is that we first need to click on the graph to set up a standard coefficient rate, and we use a Sigma AI to make sure that they can pick all the grasslands that we have in the picture. And also when we click the building, it can automatically select the material of the building. The result lies within the range, and I also tested with other buildings that each hall provides from the street view, and they also lie within the range that I found online. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you all. And I would say next step, since we already have such a data set, we are going to do some more analysis on the data set. But the uncertain things is that we still need some time to apply the building facade data collection pipeline to all building in the city. Let's say currently for the first 5 line, we already have this data, but for the last one, we don't have it yet. Maybe we need to discuss later whether we should include this one in the paper or not.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Lots of great updates here. I guess